Hello and welcome to a brand new video, and today we're in Fratton in Portsmouth and we're going to be looking at this Southsea Railway. So welcome to Fratton Station, where we're going to begin our journey on the abandoned Southsea Railway, which left from Fratton Station right here and headed down towards Southsea. Now, there was a big station at the end in Southsea, not to be confused with the current Southsea, Portsmouth and Southsea Station, which is not far away. This was a different station. So this branch line was actually quite a short-lived line. It opened in 1885 and closed in 1914, so not very long at all. But that was mainly due to the fact that the electric tramways had appeared in the area. Portsmouth had a very effective electric tramway and quite a big system as well, which pretty much killed these small railways off in the branch lines. So what they did, in an effort to try boost the railway, they built two more stations on this short line. One at Jessie Road, which is called the Jessie Road Halt, and Albert Road and the Albert Road Halt, just to basically try drag some extra people in to use this line. So the terminus of the line was at Southsea. Now, the original station was right at the end of the line, called just Southsea. But later in its life, they leased the building out and they moved the station a bit further back to save money, basically. When they moved the station back, they then renamed it to East Southsea. And then in the same year, 1904, that's when they opened the two Halt stations as well, to try revamp the line, but it only lasted another 10 years beyond that. And also, not long after that, the South Parade Pier, which is not far from the station end, burnt down. So a lot of the tourism wasn't heading down that way. So this is today's Fratton Station. As you can see, you've got the passenger platforms on this side here. But this is where the original Fratton Station platforms would have been for the Southsea Railway. So they would have been right here in front of us. And then the line, as it does now, would have branched right there, just behind them trees. If I zoom in for you, you'll see that. Right towards the big grey building there. And then it would have headed under the road and across to where the current day Aldi is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to follow the whole stretch of the route, which is only about 1.2 miles long. I'm going to follow the whole stretch of the route on an e-scooter, because Portsmouth has the rental e-scooters. Now, if you haven't seen my video, I'm not sure if it's out yet or not on the channel, but I've done a video all about the e-scooters. So I'm going to go hop on one of them now and head down the actual route of the railway and stop at the various points to show you what's left. So I've just reached the spot now where the line would have gone underneath the street here and onwards down towards Southsea. So this fence here is the station property now. So currently behind them trees, the line ends there and it doesn't go any further. But it would have continued towards me here, but down and under a bridge. So this would have been the bridge right here. And it would have headed off through the Lidl car park. I said Aldi earlier on, but it's a Lidl. And you can see the street ahead and the route that it would have followed. So straight through the car park and curved right that way. So Southsea Station is somewhere down there, about a mile that way. So anyway, let's continue further down and see what else is left, if anything. So I'm currently stood on the corner of Jessie Road and Fernhurst Road. Can't even say it. Now just behind me, this road here is the route of the railway. So these houses on this road are actually built on the old track bed. So it would have come from the left up there and it curved its way towards us and round here. But again, you would have been a bit lower down in the ground, because right here, there was a bridge hopping over the railway here. So it would have come in from the left. But directly opposite there would have been the Jessie Road Halt station, which was, like I said, it's a temporary station. Hence the halt bit. It was literally no more than a platform, a piece of wood. That was it. That's the station. It was just so they could call it a station and you could get on and off there. But the next two stations are pretty much just that until it reached Southsea. And as you can see today, the bridge is long gone now. So it would have been right there in front of us. So let's head down there and see what we can see. So where I'm currently stood now, in the backs of these houses here, is the track bed. So the line would have ran behind these houses here and their back gardens would have backed onto it. So I'll just turn you around and show you. So this is where the track bed would have been, and probably around this level as well. Now there's a bit of a dead end there, but it would have continued straight on. There's now a big house there and a garden, but I'm going to make my way around and join that side again and continue towards the next station, which will be Albert Road, Halt. So I'll see you down there. So I've made it just a bit further down, and again we're on the backs of houses here. So that's where I was earlier on, just up there. And now you can see this road again was the former track bed, and there's backs of people's gardens here, and now there's new houses on this side. They wouldn't have been here. That would have probably been the back gardens of those houses there, backing onto the railway, and these are now built on that site, on half their gardens. So I'm currently at the famous Albert Road area of Portsmouth. A nice busy shopping street this, with lots of bars and quirky shops on it. But right here, just behind the camera, would have been the Albert Road Halt, on the left side I believe. But I'm going to show you a picture now, a faded picture, taken from here, looking the other way, that shows the bridge in the road, where it would have gone underneath. Again today now, it's a level road. They flattened the bridge out completely. But I'm going to show you that picture now. So I'm going to fade this picture in now. Again, like I said, you can see the hump in the road, and the buildings on the left didn't exist back then. But you can see the building in front, which is now the pub. That was on this picture. But the Halt would have been just to the left-hand side of that bridge, where the building site is in the picture, but it no longer exists, like I say. Now the next port of call is going to be a bit further down, because this school behind me, the line used to run through the schoolyard, which is where them trees are there ahead. Used to run through, but now it's a school, like I say, so you can't access the actual car park at the back. So I'm going to make my way all the way around the back, but I'll see you further down. But I'm currently on Old Bridge Road. Can you guess why it's called that? That's it. There was a bridge right here where the line would have crossed. From where these new houses are on the left here, the line would have approached from my left, under here, which would have been a bridge, and it would have been a bit lower down the track level, obviously, through straight down this road here. So I'm currently stood on where the bridge would have been and headed in that direction. So we're going to continue down there now. So we're almost at Southsea Station now. So the newest station would have been just over there behind them buildings, and then the original one would have been just a bit further forward towards Southsea. But you could see when I came down this road then, the curve of the road as it would have followed the track bed. So again, all these houses on the right would have backed onto the railway as they do today on the road, and then these ones on the left are built in the backs of the ones over there. So these are now new houses compared to where the railway was anyway. So it would have been directly towards us and straight on that direction. Okay, so we're now going to head into the site of where Southsea Station was, which is round the block. And I'm going to show you something rather special when we get in there. So I'm currently stood in a little courtyard of houses now. And this is the exact site of where the Southsea Station was, especially the later one. The more recent one was just behind us over here. But I'll just show you one of the walls at the back of the housing estate here. As you can see, a nice mural with a stopwatch and a steam train on it. So it's nodding back to what was here. And I believe that that white wall is actually the original back station wall of the building. Now just behind me here as well, there's another mural. As you can see, we've got Southsea Beach there, a steam train, and some marine creatures there. And it actually says on there, look, you can see the line, Fratton Southsea Line, and an East Southsea Station there, which is right where we are now. But I thought that was an amazing end to the journey. Rather than there being absolutely nothing here, there's actually a couple of murals, which is something, I suppose. So I'm currently stood on Granada Road in Portsmouth now, and right behind me here is where the original Southsea Station would have been, just across the road there. So somewhere here is where the original station building would have been. It's now long gone, obviously. And basically, Southsea seafront is just down there on the left. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little look into the Southsea Railway. I'm now going to go grab myself a lovely ice cream. It's beautiful today, and I'm going to go sit on the beach. But anyway, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye.